No spoofs on Direwolf's intro. Hey everybody, it's me, your benevolent overlord, and I'm back. Don't take that too seriously, by the way. I am back with a new series.
And he has absolutely no power over
Yeah. I am here with one of my underlings, who's going to be playing with me on a new single-player world, which you should be able to hear game sounds on now because I'm using a different video recorder. I'm using Fraps. So, let's get this started. I'm using the Direwolf 20 mod pack available through the FTV launcher, just like always. I'm using the newest version, 1.0.18. I have a couple mods added in. I have, before we start the world, I have the Witchery mod, which I have not played with at all.
GregTech.
I have the newest version of GregTech, which a lot of people actually requested. A sort of hard mode GregTech playthrough. So I have all of the hard, non-cheaty things enabled in GregTech.
Okay, did you change the config for wood?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I didn't disable it.
Okay, so we're stuck with two.
We're stuck with 2 wood planks per wood log and 2 sticks per 2 wood planks. I really hate it, but I'm leaving it by default. This is a proper play. This is a proper Let's Play series, so yeah, I'm gonna leave it that way. We also have Somnia. Which basically it just speeds up time while you're sleeping instead of warping you, which I find a little bit more handy. We have... What?
Craft.
Oh, we have all the mods required for Tropicraft, including the weather mod. So, tornadoes, yay. We have dimensional doors, or dim doors, which adds doors that allow you to teleport to different areas. It adds a whole bunch of like micro dimensions you can teleport to. It's a pretty cool mod. Yes, we do. We have the electric magic tools add-in for Thaumcraft 4.1. Adds some hybrids between IC2 and Thaumcraft 4. And that's about it, in addition to the regular mods that come with the Direwolf 20 pack. So, let's get started. Create new world. We shall name it DW20 06039. That's the ID for the world. We should do it in survival with no cheats, a bonus chest because I think it just gives it a bit more of a start. Biomes aplenty. It stops the agonizing grind for your first wood. So, let's get started. And now we wait.
If only you had a pause button.
If only I did. Yeah, I'm not sort of the editing style. I might start doing that a bit later, but I really don't do edited stuff. And we're in. We spawned in a jungle. First, let's open it to LAN. And come on in.
No hacks, I'm assuming?
Yep. Cheats off. And we spawned near a sludge pool.
You should go swimming.
No.
Why not?
I don't want to swim in sludge. Found our bonus chest.
Okay.
Yay! Steve Alpha 5 is here. So Steve Alpha 5 has been around for a long time. We got a flint shovel. Yeah, he and I have been friends for an extremely long time.
Swimming!
Uh-huh. Nice, nice. You got a wither effect now.
And nausea. And weakness. See, does this hurt? Oh.
Ah! No! Not in the sludge pool. Not in the sludge pool.
I don't troll people, for those of you wondering.
Sorry, I may have blown your guys' speakers out when I did that. Yeah, so this is basically just going to be a Let's Play. He's not going to be here all the time. He's just going to be here for the first couple of episodes, and then it's just going to be me doing it by myself. Where are you? Where'd you go?
Right here.
Okay. I'm going to convert this wood down into oak wood planks. Oh, it does give us 4. I didn't change the configs, but it gives us 4.
Huh.
That's really weird.
Where should we live? I see a swamp nearby. I don't want to live in the jungle because it's lag.
Yeah, jungles tend to be a little bit weird because they have like weird frame rate lag associated with them. Let me just gonna adjust my settings. Brightness is plus 50%. Yeah, I probably should, shouldn't I? Alright, brightness all the way up, sensitivity 100%. Alright. So you are murdering sheep. Here, have an axe. Have an axe and some sticks.
Okay, I have enough for one bed.
And a paintbrush.
Can I paint?
I don't know. I doubt it. Am I blue? No, I am not blue. Ow!
I hate you.
Does that really need to be stated? Ooh, volcano.
We should live in it.
Ooh, cocoa beans. Useful.
It looks like we're gonna be able to sleep through the night on our first day.
That's unusual. Usually we're stuck. Hey, hey! Found something for you to swim in. I found a pool of sewage. Now, you guys gotta let me know where you can actually hear Steve off of 5. Because he's currently sitting across the room from me and we couldn't get utility for voice chat. And so it might be a little weird. Found an ocelot.
Nobody's here. He's just insane. He's muttering to himself.
I am not muttering to myself. Don't burn yourself to death. Kitty killed herself. Or himself. Right, so there's a giant volcano here. Ooh, ooh, extreme hills. Extreme hills.
Yep. Didn't I tell you? And I'm...
No, you said swamp.
Oh, okay. The swamp's all outside.
Yes, extreme hills.
Well, I have 6 wood.
Next to a volcano. Early lava supply, anybody?
I have 14 construct or power.
Both.
I think we might want to go steam.
Steam power?
Well, it's simply more interesting to watch than setting up another. More creative ways to do it.
Yeah, that's a fairly good point. I need to start thinking like a dire wolf.
Now you're gonna get sued. I can guarantee you Direwolf's trademark. Hopefully.
Direwolf 20 is probably not trademarked.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that somebody wouldn't trademark their Minecraft username.
I don't know. I have.
No, you haven't.
Fine.
You have not trademarked your Minecraft username. This would be a nice place to live. Down that little valley there.
Okay, so what?
We could dig into the side of the cliff.
Oh no.
What?
My headsets are dying. 1 minute.
Headsets?
Oh, be quiet.
It really pisses me off how you do that.
No swearing. It's bad for your health. Don't respond to that.
I wasn't gonna respond to that the Nerd Cubed way. Oh god, now I've referenced 2 other YouTubers.
Huh?
This is not good!
Now you're just stealing. Now you're just stealing business from yourself.
I'm stealing business from myself. That totally works. That opposite cliff looks like a good place to go.
So we can do our standard.
I would assume so, because the last house I built didn't look very good, and I saw some really cool house designs a while ago that were actually all underground. So that actually just sounds a lot cooler. And extreme hills are, in my opinion, the best place to build underground houses because they have these massive cliffs that you can just dig into.
Don't you build them yourselves? I'll hire people to do that for me.
What happens if you're on a single player world?
I use minions.
So now you're acting as Gru from Despicable Me.
I'm fairly certain that is trademarked, Ethan.
Yes, it is trademarked. And those are a trademark of whoever made that movie, blah blah blah. Copyright.
I shall refer to you as Michael. I'm sorry.
Fine, refer to me as Michael all you want. That's not my real name, in case you're wondering. Nobody will ever know my real name.
I called him by like 7 different names, so...
Right, I'm gonna start digging in the side of this hill so we can make our house. And, yeah, we'll just get started.
What's with the sapling here?
I planted those. They're our primary wood supply for now.
Do you have crafting table?
No, but I can.
I have one.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna make one.
I ran a piece of wood.
Alright. Why did you dye that piece of... Whatever.
I'm giving us carpet.
Seriously? Actually, that actually looks pretty cool. Yeah, so we lucked out. We got some open blocks paintbrushes.
Lucked out. I wouldn't necessarily say lucked out.
So, basically, here's what we got. We got a couple of books. I'm assuming you got a set of books too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got materials new. What's new in open blocks?
And world domination with open blocks.
And I'm going to starve to death. What difficulty are we on?
We are on hard.
Okay, take all of my random junk when I die.
Oh, here. I have a solution. Chest.
Okay.
At least I'm pretty sure we're on hard. Yes, we are on hard. I don't know why we're on hard, but that was just the default difficulty.
I'm gonna go speed this up and jump onto it.
Okay. Bye-bye. See you when you come back. What?
Give me a bed.
I can try.
There's 6 wool in the chest.
Oh, and there's also... Oh, there's 6 wool? Okay, I was just gonna go murder some sheep. Basically, this is not going to be a tutorial type series. This is basically just gonna be me playing through, though I will give some tips on the different mods that I encounter. Okay. That's a bit unfair. Alright, so basically I'm just taking out our first house here. It's basically just going to be a little tiny hole with 2 beds in it and a chest, and that's pretty much it.
I think the goal for this recording session should be to get sustainable power up. I think that should be number
Alright, so, goal for this recording session, get sustainable power up. That's our goal. So what we got is, in case you're wondering why the floor is blue, if you didn't say paintbrush from open blocks, basically you can color it with dye and then you right click on a block and it paints that block. It only works on certain ones, only solid blocks. It doesn't work on tile entities. But basically, it's just a really cool tool you can use to make your houses look better. So, we got our beds up.
And what's to make your house look better?
We got a chest. Yes, of course we're going to need our house. I'm going to be building basically a complex.
Surface coal.
What?
Surface coal.
Surface coal. Cool. Alright, so it looks like we've just found our first deposit of coal.
Guess what I do not have?
Pickaxe?
Exactly.
Where'd you find it?
It's on the different side of this valley. It's not that big a deal.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure we'll find coal while we're mining.
I've already found some.
During the night tonight, I think we're gonna mine is our pretty much primary goal. I see you. I'm gonna mine, at least. For a little bit. Anyway.
Will mobs still spawn using something?
I'm not sure. I think yes, they will spawn, but they will do the things they normally would under normal conditions. Like move around, die from sunlight. And remember, we can still sleep through the day. What?
Why was it dying?
I do not know.
Oh, that's weird.
That's weird.
I'm gonna go get a farm up.
There we go. Just clear out the area above your bed. Apparently, this is operating at 1.4 times the normal rate.
Ooh, I got some stuff from that new mod we installed,
Witchery?
Yep, Melatonin seeds.
Now,
Mandrake seeds.
I see what you're collecting. If you notice in the bottom left of bottom right of my screen, you can see what Stable 5 is collecting. And so you just collected 1 seeds, 1 barley seeds, and 1 cotton seed. Basically, I have no idea what Witchery does. I just know that it introduces a ton of magic stuff into Minecraft. And what we're doing right now is basically just punching down a ton of tall grass so we can get the seeds from the mod, so we can
Actually, I'm doing this to get seeds, so we can
grow stuff. I'll get us a hoe.
go ahead and reference Tyrol 20 again.
What do you mean?
Spotlight I watched.
I don't get what you're talking about.
You know you're recording, right?
Yeah, I know I'm recording.
That means that you need to go back and edit yourself to save face.
Save face on what? I don't get what.
Referencing all other YouTubers.
I'm not gonna edit myself to save face. There's no reason for me to do that. I don't need a saving of my face. That sentence sounded really stupid. Anyway, this first episode, it's not gonna be too exciting, honestly. It's just mostly gonna be us standing around, digging out a house, gathering resources. I'm gonna try to make it interesting as interesting as possible.
Very bad commentary.
Hey, I'm recording here. Don't diss me while we're recording. So basically,
I watched his videos if you guys didn't know that already.
yeah.
It's weird, but I do.
Yeah, trust me, it's weird. Anyway, he's a stalker.
I'm not a stalker. I hope you guys can hear that. Let's go. Can you clear?
Here, I'll clear it out.
Here. Paint it.
Bleh. I don't want flowers.
They're pretty.
I don't want flowers.
Here.
Try and plant the flowers. Here, have this.
Oh, I thought you didn't kill me because I currently have a heart and died.
Yeah, I'm starving. Get some food up. Barley would be preferable. It grows a lot faster than wheat does.
5 barley seeds, 9 wheat seeds.
Are you in bed? Okay, there we go. Simulating the world at 8.15x, 9x, 7x, 8x. Okay, so it's about 8 times.
Processor is being bogged down by all of this.
Hmm?
Yeah, the processor is being bogged down.
Mine. You sounded like Gladys when you said that.
What do you mean?
You said it in that sort of monotone.
You just made Portal up. Stop making references.
I am perfectly at my right to make references.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Famous model.
No, I'm not. Neither are you. There's a spider. Okay, I thought there was a spider suffocating. It's not. It's just a spider making sounds extremely rapidly. No! No! Zombie! Zombie! Get out! Get out! Get out! What? Okay. Forgot the zombies can break down doors in hard mode, and now I can't sleep because there are monsters nearby.
I told you not to drink all that water before bed.
What? What? I never went out. A zombie broke down our door and broke into our house.
There's another one.
Yeah, that's why I can't sleep. Oh, it's morning. Suck it, zombie. Eat axe. What? Where are all these zombies coming from?
Where's that hole? You haven't changed.
Oh, I understand why I'm dying. I'm starving. Dumping all my random crap into a chest.
No swearing. It's bad for you. I am a person
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna die in a hole, literally.
Oh, wait. I'm such a stable food source.
And I'm dead in a hole. Well, this is a wonderful start, but at least we got our beds up, so, you know, we're not at risk of losing our house because our spawn point hasn't been reset, so... Right. So, oh, thank you for the rotten flesh. That doesn't produce, oh, that does produce monster jerky, doesn't it? I'll make one.
Because there's really no water nearby and we're a little ways off from getting a bucket.
Right. So, what I've just made is drying racks from Tinker's Construct, and these dry rotten flesh into monster jerky.
Or beef into beef jerky.
Or basically any type of meat into jerky. Takes a little while, and then you can pop it off and eat it, and it won't poison you anymore. So it's a handy little tool for...
It also provides as much as if the food were cooked. Like,
Yep.
it's beef,
It provides a bit more saturation, in other words. So our primary goals for this episode are going to be get a basic house up and get basic power generation up. Now, Stable 5 says that I should deviate from my standard method of lava generation and go to steam. And so I'm alright with that as long as he does all the wood collecting.
Wait,
You're-
what?
You're gonna...
I was kind of zoning out because this horse's hat on it, and I heard you say something about me and wood collecting.
Yes, you're doing all the wood collecting for the steam boiler.
You get to do all the research for the golems.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
You don't get to touch Thaumcraft. You're a Thaumcraft addict. You can't.
I am not a Thaumcraft addict.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, no, fine. I'm a Thaumcraft addict. So what?
So, last time I was going to be the magical dude.
And then I took over when you started slacking off.
Slacking off?
Uh-huh.
You just got addicted to research.
Yep. I'm even more addicted to this method of research because it actually requires skill.
Yeah, something you lack.
I'm actually pretty good at it. You acknowledge my brilliance.
Yeah.
Am I getting a little too self-centric in this episode?
Yeah,
Probably.
self-centered.
So basically, I'm just gonna mine here real quick and gather some iron ore, and I will keep you amused with interesting commentary. Because,
So how about them zealots?
no, we're not making StarCraft references here. This is a no StarCraft zone.
Yeah, but you purchased StarCraft, so.
Yes, I purchased StarCraft. Yeah, remember how I said we aren't doing any StarCraft? Well, that kind of pissed Stale 5 off. He likes StarCraft.
And I suck at it, but I'm better than Michael here.
Don't ask why he calls me Michael. I know, but don't ask why. Because that would be creepy.
And don't ask his address either, that would also be creepy.
Yeah, that would be creepy. Rule number 2 of YouTubing: never tell your subscribers where you live. Let's draw coordinates.
Especially the creepy stalker ones.
Alright, there we go.
If you were creepy stalkers.
Alright, so I just enabled coordinates on my minimap, which I wanted because I want to be able to know how deep I am in the earth. And my pickaxe broke. I've forgotten how pathetic pickaxes are now.
Oh, T-construct pickaxes. They're amazing.
Oh! T-construct stuff. That's what I was gonna get up. So, I want to get up basic Tinker's Construct stuff.
That may or may not be made out of mud.
Oh, I thought you were gonna get wood armor.
No. We have better things to use wood for.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
You're not worthy of the wood that takes.
Speaking of wood, yeah, there's actually wood armor.
And mud armor.
And mud armor. And I think, Steve Level 5 is gonna go get himself some mud armor.
No, you mud armor.
Oh, I'm fine with that, actually. It's kind of weird and cold and squishy, but it'll work.
I'm making us a pseudo-farm thingy.
Pseudo-farm thingy? Okay.
Yeah, he's kind of on one block straight in a swamp.
Okay.
It doesn't have mud, but it'll get us food. So.
Well, that's fine. Anything that'll get us food. So basically, I'm just going to get up some basic Tinker's Construct stuff. Tinker's Construct, if you didn't know, is a mod that adds a ton of tools and metallurgy and all sorts of fun stuff. It adds something called the smeltery, which can be used to process metals. It allows you to make custom tools, basically. Why am I... There we go. Part builder.
Do we have metallurgy?
No, we do not. And it's raining. Great. I don't really like rain. I like it IRL, but I don't like it in Minecraft. I'm gonna enlarge our little room just so we can fit more stuff. Actually, I'm gonna dig a room at the bottom of this stairwell. That was actually gonna be a mine, but I'm gonna dig a room off of it because that's basically gonna be our complex's entry area. We're going to enter through the side of this cliff and then descend from a staircase, and when you hit the bottom there will be this sort of entry room, and then we branch off into the industrial complex. So I'm just going to dig to level 60, so we have plenty of rock above us so we can expand up and down and to all sides, and I'm going to start digging a room. The room dimensions 9x9, just standard, good-sized room. No! That was not a direwolf reference, okay? I just like 9x9s because they're not too big, not too small. I found coal.
Cool.
And 7x7's a bit too small, and 11x11 just bugs me because it's just really hard to calculate the center of. Don't ask me why. And so...
Have some pants.
Oh, I thought you were about to say, here, have some metal.
Haha. Inside joke.
Yeah, that's an inside joke. Yes. Nom 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 nom. Yes, a full set of muddy armor gives you 2 armor value. That's how pathetic it is.
I think wood gives you... what does an iron chestplate give you?
An iron chestplate gives you 2.5, I think.
Okay, I think full wood armor gives you 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go die in a hole. I'm about to start.
Okay. Yeah, basically, first episode's gonna involve a lot of dying in a hole. That's...
AKA our house.
Yeah. Yeah, because our house is a hole right now.
Actually, I'm gonna go hunting.
Okay.
I'm going to go hunting for zombies.
Okay. Have fun with that. Alright, I'm gonna widen this passageway. You know, no, I'm not gonna do that yet, because the room's gonna have a center, because it's gonna be an odd-spaced room, and so I kind of want the stairway to be 3 wide. Right, so I want to have a 3-block passageway coming in, just as sort of a segue into the room, and there goes one of my pickaxes, and then I'll have the actual 9x9 room, and then we'll have other passageways leading off of the room to go to other rooms, which will be used for different things. You just picked up a drying rack.
I'm moving.
Okay.
Moving down to your delightful hallway.
Okay, that'll actually look pretty cool. So it looks like we found coal and aluminum, or aluminium, depending on where you're from. If you're British, you'll probably pronounce it aluminium. And... Why?
Nothing. I'll tell you when the recording session is over.
Okay.
I was going to make a comment, but I'm telling
Yeah, don't make any comments during the recording session. Basically, hold on, is that still a 3-block hallway? Yeah, it's a 3-block hallway. How many drying racks did you make?
8.
Okay.
It's only 8. That's not going to be a lot because they take a while and there's 2 of us. So that's 4 drying racks per.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so reorganizing drying racks, there we go.
Oh, a cheap way to use a clock. Just search for clock in any eye.
Yeah. Yeah, so for any of you who have the Not Enough Items mod installed, which is probably all of you if you're sane and you play modded, A cheap way to use clocks and compasses is just search for them in NEI, and they'll still like show what they're doing. So a clock will still show the time of day, even if it isn't in your inventory. So you can see, you can just basically, you never have to make a clock, and you can just look it up in NEI and it'll show you the time of day. Same with compasses. So this room is currently, well, actually 5 blocks. So I can't use this as a measure like I normally do. So I'm going to carve this out one more, so I can use it as a measure. There we go. What?
Feel free to remove the drive.
I just moved a few of them. So this is currently a 5x5 room, I believe. Yes, 5. So I'm gonna need mine out 2 blocks from each direction. And I can use this. This is from the translocator mod. Which it says. I didn't even know we had translocator installed. Do we? Yes, we do. Okay, so apparently we have the translocator mod installed. I did not know that was still in here. Basically, you press C. Oh, I like the new animation on it. You press C on the ground, and it brings up this little crafting grid thing. It lasts for, I think, 2 minutes, and then it goes away. Yes, tile.null.name, as Wayla calls it. That would be what am I looking at. That tells you basically just what block you're looking at. Why are you mining out the floor? Oh, you found pink planks. Okay, that's fine by me. Yeah, basically, you just hit C, and it basically brings up a makeshift crafting table. It's harder to use than a normal crafting table because you'd have to hit C every time you want to create a new one, so it's really hard to do mass crafting. But if you just want to craft a new pickaxe or something, you don't want to carry a crafting table around with you, it's a good alternative.
I completely forgot about this function until you just said that, and I've been carrying a crafting table with me since
well, haha.
forever.
So once I got this room dug out, then we're gonna move all of our stuff down here, and this will be our sort of living quarters for now, until we need an industrial room or a Thalmcraft room or something like that. I just found Certus quartz from Applied Energistics, which is good, because that means that as soon as we get enough of this stuff, and we get power up, we can make an ME network to store all our stuff. ME networks, if you don't know, are basically networks that convert all of your items to digital format and store them on hard disks, so you can access them whenever and wherever you want.
I can guarantee you a lot of people will yell at you for calling them hard disks.
Hard drive. If anybody's gonna call me out for calling them hard disks, so be it. I usually actually call them hard drives. It's just that hard disk sounds a bit more professional. There we go. Ooh, creepy noise.
Ooh, found an aura node.
Aura node? Good.
Decent, or fairly close to our house.
Good. Alright, so aura nodes are from Thalmcraft, and they basically are stockpiles of magical energy that can be harvested with wands, because wands need primal aspects to function.
Hey, you should probably do a new tutorial since Asnor felt like ruining your old one.
Yes, so here's sort of something cruel that Azenor, the mod author of Thalmcraft, did. I'm sure this wasn't, and I'm absolutely sure this wasn't directed towards me, but literally probably less than a week after I posted my Thalmcraft tutorial on the research, Azenor completely changed the research system. And Steve Alpha 5 died by his fire. If you couldn't hear the girly scream in the background.
That was not a girly scream. It was manly. It was a manly scream.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, anyway, there's just sort of this, as I was describing that, there's sort of this scream in the background, and then I see the death message. Anyway, yeah, basically less than a week after I posted my Thalmcraft research tutorial, Azenor completely changed the research method in Thalmcraft. So basically I made my tutorial completely useless.
Creeper.
Could you please not blow the front of our house off? And death by spider.
The creeper went off after I was dead. That's my luck with creepers. He went off after I was dead.
So creepers hate Steve Alpha 5. I don't know why, but they just do. Oh, I forgot you make stone sticks here. Can you make... No, you can't.
You can only make torches out of those, I believe.
Dang it.
But it's very useful when you're mining and you have a lot of coal, because it's not coal you run out of.
It's wood.
It's wood when you're mining.
Yeah, so you can make stone tool rods from Tinker's Construct. They can be used to make stone-based torches, which are a bit more realistic than wood-based torches. Because normally the wood would just catch on fire. but stone is just a bit more realistic, and also it looks cool. And it's easier when you're mining. So is this 9 by 9? No, this is 7 by 7, or 7 by 9 actually. It's 9 wide right now, but 7 long. So 2 blocks more. I found some iron ore. That rhymed unintentionally. Well, hey, at least I. Well, you are not having too much luck, are you?
I am not wearing any armor.
Do you want to go to bed?
No, I need to find food. And by food I mean zombies.
Okay. So apparently we're hunting zombies for food now.
Well, we don't have any water nearby, and we're stuck with the cheap farm of the building.
Yeah, as soon as we get a bucket, which is going to take us a really long time. Because GregTech. If you don't know, GregTech is basically the nerf all of mods. Basically, if you want to make a bucket and you have GregTech installed, it's going to take you about a week because...
Minecraft.
Well, Minecraft time. Not a real week. That would be ridiculous.
Terraformacraft.
Yeah, that would be Terra Firmacraft style. If you never played Terra Firmacraft, go play it because it's a ridiculous mod.
It's fun.
It's really fun, though. It's how survival is supposed to be. Anyway, I'm going off tangent because it's your fault, Steve Level 5.
No, it's not. It's not my fault.
Basically, GregTech adds a ton of high-tier stuff to IC2. It's an add-on for IC2. And it nerfs a whole bunch of early game stuff, so stone tools have about half the durability they used to have, which is why my stone pickaxe is running out so quickly. And buckets are crafted with iron plates instead of iron ingots, and iron plates require a hammer to make, and a hammer requires more iron. What?
The bucket itself requires a hammer too.
Yeah, the bucket requires a hammer to make, and so on and so forth. Basically, it just completely nerfs everything in Minecraft. And nerf basically just means it's a term... I don't know what the exact definition of it is, but it's just basically a term that means make more balanced. And that is exactly what GregTech does. It makes stuff more balanced in the interest of achieving a more difficult survival mode. No, I'm not going to say that. That's actually a Borg quote, and I don't quote the Borg because they are creepy. And they're cool, though.
Ooh, I got a head.
Nice. So we already got a zombie head. I don't know what mod adds random head drops, but...
Can I guess what the blocks are actually...
Dang it.
What?
That is like my 6th stone pickaxe. Somebody out there count for me, please. Tell me how many pickaxes I've broken so far.
Don't do it. You don't need to do it.
You should do it because I'm your overlord, and you should do it. No, I'm not your overlord. You can do whatever the heck you want. But do it. Do it. Do it now.
Zombie's chasing me with a bow.
Huh. How did a zombie get a bow?
Bow wounded.
Oh, I thought you said zombie with bow. Oh, you were shot. Speaking of bows, basically, I'm sitting here mining, and poor Steve is getting murderized by everything and anything that fancies it.
Ooh, a blue creeper. I'm gonna go hug.
That's right. So now he's found a mana creeper, and he's gonna go hug it. Mana creepers are from Ars Magica 2, and they don't do actual block damage, but they drain your mana.
They do a little bit of player damage if you're in
Yeah.
close range.
Basically, they collapse into a vortex and then suck away all your mana and then explode in a shockwave that damages people.
I'm being surrounded.
Surrounded and destroyed.
I'm trying to spark war between the zombies and the skeletons by getting the skeletons to shoot the zombies.
Yeah, that's totally gonna help.
Did you destroy my bed?
Yes, I destroyed your bed. I was hoping you wouldn't get killed in the minute space of time that was between me stealing your bed, placing it back down, and you sleeping in it again.
That wouldn't be my view. Have you even seen me play this game?
Yeah, no, actually, I haven't been watching you play Minecraft lately. So I'm going to put the Tinker's Construct stuff over here so we can get basic renewable tools up.
I would like a stone longsword, please.
A stone longsword? Okay, I'll see if I can get that up. Let's see.
I like those. I find
Stencil
those-
table.
I find the one very useful for quickly closing the distance between you and skeleton. I hate skeleton knockbacks.
So this thing's called a crafting station. Basically, it's just like a regular crafting table, but if you exit the interface, it doesn't throw your items all over the place, so it's very useful. I am running out of wood. I don't have enough wood to make the required components.
There are some pink planks in the chest.
Okay, I can use those. Basically, we're gonna get Tinker's Construct stuff up, and we'll get some pickaxes that can be repaired, which will be really, really nice, because then we won't be going through wood. And
Just repair them on
we could just repair the ones in our inventory with stone while we're mining, so we will never basically run out of pickaxes because we'll always have more stone that we can mine to get more pickaxes. So, really, really nice. I'm gonna fix this door because it currently opens inward. There we go, there's the entrance to our house. Splendiferous, isn't it?
What did you just say?
Splendiferous is what I said.
I don't support that word.
Oh. Well, then you don't support life.
No, iOS does not have support for life.
Cool. Apparently Windows 8 doesn't support life.
You're running Windows 8.
I am running Windows 8. I don't like it as much as Windows 7. Ooh, potato! 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 I got a potato.
I don't think it's as much as Windows 7.
Yeah, I got more rotten flesh too. All you're hunting for zombies, and there's one right outside the door.
You got me.
Here, have more. And have a potato. Do you have any wood? On you? No? Okay.
Which bed is yours? The one on the left?
Doesn't matter, just take whatever one you want. Tell me which one it is.
I'm gonna take the one on the right.
Okay. It's almost morning. But not that it matters, because Insomnia lets us sleep anytime we want, but...
But you cannot wear armor with
Yep. And it says, that armor looks uncomfortable. There we go.
It looks squishy.
It does. Looks like it would mess up your bed. Can you go to sleep, please? Never mind. Never mind. Alright, so I'm gonna put my armor back on, and...
Where's all of our miscellaneous junk? Because I don't swear.
It's in the chest. I'm gonna move that chest down here soon. Just let you know.
Have fun with that.
So, once I get a blank pattern, put it on top of a chest, I get a pattern chest, and this is where we store crafting patterns for Tinker's Construct. I'll show you how that works once I get all the stuff up. Yay, pink sticks. Don't you just love pink sticks? And you know what, I'm just gonna go at mod.tinkers construct. Alright. Let's see, I have that. I have that. I have that. I need the tool station. Da-da-da-da. Pink crafting table. Yes. Everything
Ooh, copper.
made with eucalyptus directly is pink for whatever reason. Because MDIO is messed up.
3 creepers outside of his front door. Actually, no, not really.
Retreat. I heard that.
No, you didn't. One of them blew up the other. Now the third one's going to blow me up.
Okay, so these are Tinker's Construct tools. Stencil table. Put stencils in here, and you can make tool patterns like tool rod, which is basically stick, and pickaxe head, and so on. And pattern chest where you store your patterns, part builder where you actually make parts out of the patterns you have, and tool station where you assemble your tools and repair them. So, I'm going to make a pickaxe head pattern, a tool binding pattern, and a tool rod pattern, I think. So, uh-huh. Why am I not surprised? Tool binding, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Now we can make stone pickaxes. By stone pickaxes, I mean completely stone pickaxes. Everything made out of stone. So I'm gonna get us 2 stone bindings.
Plus stonebound,
Yay, stonebound. Stonebound means pickaxes. That's how, never mind, I'm not gonna make that reference. Basically, stonebound means they mine faster as their durability gets lower, which is kind of cool. Alright, I've already made 2 stone pickaxes, or the parts for 2 stone pickaxes. I'm going to assemble them. So we click the stone pickaxe button. There we go. And that really cool sound effect that MDIO added. What? Coal? Ooh.
Did you know that sound actually caused a world-breaking crash at one point in time?
Really?
With iron behind it, there's iron back there. It caused a world-breaking crash.
That's cool. So apparently that saw sound, I was just told, the one that you get when you make a tool, it caused a world-breaking crash at one point. Which is kind of weird.
But even when the sound was disabled, it was fixed.
Well, apparently they fixed the crash. Alright, and then we found some more iron. Yay, we're going to need as much of this stuff as we can get, because GregTech is really, really heavy on iron usage. You'll use...
It is. at level 10.
Yeah. GregTech is really heavy on iron usage. You'll use probably, in the long run, to get your first generator, you'll use probably 40 tin. Or 40 iron, sorry, and a whole bunch of bronze. So, yeah, it's a hard mod, but it's fun. It makes the Let's Plays a little bit more interesting, too. Alright, I'm gonna make some compressed cobble, because we have too much cobble.
You know what?
Compressed cobble is from extra utilities, and it basically stores 9 cobble in one block, and then you can double compress it, which is 9 compressed cobble, and so on.
Where will our storage room be? I'll start digging it.
It'll be off of this room.
This way?
Actually, no. Just dig a passageway coming off of here. Here's your pick. Dig a passageway coming off of here, just like a 7 or 9 block passageway, and then dig the storage room off of that. Off of, like, the end of that. Yeah, the hammer would be nice at this point, but unfortunately we don't have the resources to make one. Hammers are just tools from Tinker's Construct. They dig out 3x3 area of stone or stone-like materials in one hit. Very nice.
Oh, out of curiosity, how much is that stuff, the quartz dust to get?
2 quartz, 2 Certus quartz dust, and 6 Certus quartz. Of course, it was 2 Certus quartz dust, not 3. We need 3 Certus quartz dust to get a grindstone, which is the basic ore duplication mechanic from Applied Energistics. Monster jerky! Om nom 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 nom. What?
Half of that's fine.
There, it's sitting in the center of the floor.
There's some more. I would like to put them on.
Okay. I am back up to full hunger.
Okay, good. Pink.
Let's see. I'm probably gonna. We'll probably want a tool station, won't we? That we can carry around.
And it's tool forge. Not now, but
Yeah, we're gonna need one eventually.
I think that would be a good investment for some of our first iron, honestly.
Yeah, first iron that we get, probably going to be invested in making a tool forge. A tool forge is like the upgraded version of a tool station. It can make higher tier tools such as hammers and lumber axes and
No reference.
cleavers and stuff like that. What?
I mined out for underneath gravel and I am lagging, that's why it's loading.
Okay, that's weird. Making this room equal because it's annoying me. Wow. What happened? Okay, there is a block of stone here that is harder than all the other stone, and it's called cassiterite. And it has just stone texture, and it only has ore texture on the bottom. GregTech! So, cassiterite ore is basically tin ore, for those of you who are not mineralogically inclined.
Which is probably most of you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but most of my fan base is probably not mineralogically inclined. Basically, cassiterite is what real-world tin ore would be called. Or at least part of it. And basically, it's only mineable by iron, it looks like, and it will provide tin when processed. So it's just an alternative tin ore. So, why did I come out here? Oh, first I need to drop off this book, Materials in You, Volume 2. This is the Tinker's Construct Guide. What? Yeah, I guess. What was I gonna go looking for? Ah, I lost my train of thought. I already did that. What was I going to go mining for? No, that wasn't actually what I was gonna do. Ooh, flint! Gimme.
No, you can't have that. Flint does not qualify. Inside joke. Now you all hate us.
Yeah. Flint does not qualify as a reference to our very early Technic days, where basically we had a chest, because Equivalent Exchange 2 back then had 2 types of resources, matter and fuel. And fuel was sort of the items that could be used for energy, such as coal, and matter was the stuff that couldn't, such as iron or cobblestone or stuff like that. We had a chest for matter and a chest for fuel. and flint went in the valuable matter chest because I thought it qualified as valuable matter.
At a value of 4 EMC.
Yes, it has a value of 4 EMC, which is matter to energy conversion value. Put down the chest, please.
Okay.
Somewhere, like in the storage room. We'll build one.
I don't have the torches.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. End of this corridor should do. And basically, iron had a value of, I think, was 128 EMC or 256 EMC. Ah! Silverfish!
We're in Extreme Hills. Ooh, I need some. I want that before.
Ooh, they're dropping silver nuggets. Yeah, okay, so apparently we found a patch of silverfish stone. I don't like silverfish stone, to be honest. Yay, silverfish! Ow! No, your pathetic imitation of the silverfish hissing sound is not accurate. Do you want me to whack you?
That's my imitation.
Yeah. Basically, we have morph installed, which allows us to morph into different mobs that we kill.
I like the dark.
I'm bigger than you are.
I like the darkling.
Yeah, the Darkling is, I believe, the smallest mob in the game.
Suffocating in wall.
I'm a zombie. Yeah, I hear that. And you suffocated. Ah! And here's a real silverfish. Death to you.
No.
Don't do what?
Death to.
Why? What is wrong with that?
Everything.
Why is everything I say interpreted as a reference?
No, not because it's a reference. Because it's literal meaning.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Never mind. Give it.
Fine. Yeah, I don't get what he's saying either. Trust me. Alright, so this is gonna be the room boundary right here. Yeah, I know. I tend to start skipping low-level ores such as coal when I've been playing in a super advanced world for a long time. And because I just... Yeah, brains. That's my imitation of a zombie. Yeah, brains. So, once we dig out this chest room, then this will, at first, be our chest room, and then as soon as we get ME storage, applied energistic storage, sorry, that was unintentional, then we'll put our ME unit in here, and so this will be where all of our ME stuff is. The torch trick? Oh, yeah, the gravel torch trick. Yep, knew that. Totally. Let's see. I wish we could remove this uranium ore somehow. Yeah. And I really kind of want to conserve that uranium. For in case we make a reactor. What else are you going to use uranium for? Besides GregTech. And GregTech solved the whole uranium ingot dispute. So that's good. My pickaxe broke. Let's just make this room like a 5x5. It doesn't really need to be big. I'm gonna go repair my pick.
Oh, the right-click function. Oh, that's cool. That wasn't working earlier.
What?
Okay, on my other world, the key construct right-click, like torches did not work. It was only placing the block to the right of it.
That's
now
weird.
It doesn't place the block to the right of it, but it places torches.
One,
If they're in your hotbar, they'll place torches.
two,
So, it doesn't even look like holding tool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, that's 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, we'll block up one side of the room. This section right here is dead. And
Now they're not equal dimensions. Oh, there we go. Because we're totally not it.
there we go. And torch it up.
Looks like you're just left further down.
Torch at the end of the corridor. Torch right here. Torch right here, so it's symmetrical. Torch on either side. Torch on either... No. Torch on either side. Torch here. There we go. It's all equal now. Yeah, we're both severely OCD, and I'm saying OCD for the benefit of the YouTube audience. I think we are.
I got silver nuggets.
Yeah, that's silverfish drop silver nuggets.
I shrunk the door size because I thought 3x3 was too big.
Okay. Right, so we got our storage room up. And now we move our storage into it.
I'm assuming you're not OCD.
Totally. What? This proves nothing! Yeah, that's it. I wonder, did anybody get that reference? If so, you are awesome. If not, that's fine. I need to convert both of these wood planks into this. There we go. Silver Nugget, AG. Yeah, GregTech adds nifty little tooltips onto elements, so you can see what element it is and what symbol on the periodic table it would be. It's pretty cool. I'm going to repair my pick, even though it doesn't really need it. And yeah. And there's a skeleton outside our door. Well, hallelujah. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Right, be right. Oh, wood. That's what I needed. Wood. You have an axe. Oh, goody. It's your arch enemy. String. They killed you like 5 times. So that automatically makes them your arch enemy. Can you get out of my face? Won't try to craft, please. Thank you. There we go. I'm gonna chop down an innocent oak tree. Murder an oak tree. Yes, I'm a murderer. Right, so yeah, this episode probably gonna be the most boring episode, but I would have omitted it completely, but I didn't really want to just like start out on this random world with a random house that you didn't know how it got there, so yeah. And speaking of that, I don't know how long I've been recording! Haha! So, I am probably gonna end the first episode. What?
You could just record this all as one session and divide it up.
I could split it, but I think I'd rather actually record it as different sessions.
I think we've been recording for like an hour.
Really?
We started at like, it's 3:35. We started at like 2 something.
Okay! I'm gonna end this one here. So that was part 1 of the single-player Let's Play series with GregTech and what? Yeah, an extra dude. So it's actually technically a multiplayer series. Whatever. So yeah, that's about it for the first episode. I might actually have to split this into 2 episodes. Fun times, really. I don't know how long this episode was. Yeah, whatever. So, yep, episode 1 or 2, don't know. And I will see you guys next time.